Hi, my name is Shaun Hamilton, and I am the videographer and editor for all the material that you've been seeing and will see throughout this course. I consider myself to be one of the luckiest men in the world because Kristin is my girlfriend. She's my partner in life. She has taught me so much throughout our friendship and into our relationship. She has consistently taught me so much about how important it is to be truly in tune with your emotions. And I can't express it enough how important that is in our society today, especially when you want to have really successful relationships with your friends, your family, loved ones, a significant other, business relationships, you name it, and it really translates into being self-aware. The higher your self-awareness, the more value and fulfillment you're going to get out of your relationships. And in order to provide a little context, I want to take you back a little bit. A few years ago, I got out of the military. Now, I spent 6 years in the military, and it was not an environment that was very conducive to really being self-aware, really understanding your emotions and how you're feeling in any given moment, because it's predicated on following orders, not really making things emotional. Even though the environment is very emotional, you're not really given the space to express those emotions. And when we get outside into civilian life, to be honest, men aren't really given the space to express their emotions there either. And a lot of times it's seen as a sign of weakness. Well, that kind of mental conditioning and just mindset that I had, I believe, was one of the major factors that two of my long-term relationships, I was in 2 relationships, 5 years each, and kind of back to back. And when I'm analyzing them, I know that they were unsuccessful a lot, in part due to the fact that I was not very self-aware about how I was feeling. I wasn't confident enough to talk about how I was feeling or express, like, when boundaries had been crossed. So emotional stacking started to occur, resentment started to build up. It just kind of divulged into a screaming matches, and it just was very unhealthy. It was a very toxic environment. And if I look at our culture, there's a very toxic environment kind of going around, and I believe that's a lot to do with the fact that we don't really give a lot of importance to understanding ourselves, understanding our self-awareness, and really being able to identify in any given moment how you're feeling, why you're feeling that way, and be able to respond in a way that gets your needs and desires met while also kind of effectively communicating your boundaries to other people. And it wasn't until I got into a relationship with Kristin that I really understood how important that really is. She, on a day in and day out basis, practices what she preaches. And that has allowed me to really absorb the importance of that and get to see the impact that it's making in my own life. Getting into this material, putting all of this coursework together has allowed me the time to really digest it and internalize it and really kind of put it into my own life and into my own practice. And I really, if I'm being honest, my relationships have done nothing but excelled. I'm in one of the most successful relationships that I've ever been in. It's light years beyond what I thought was possible. And it comes down to really understanding myself, understanding how my emotions are communicating with me so that I can squash anything that comes up right away so it doesn't stack. No resentment builds. Small things don't become these gigantic emotional explosions like they had in the past. And, I really think that this material is so incredible because it allows you the opportunity to understand why your emotions are there, what kind of purpose they're serving, and allows you to truly kind of learn a new language. And the language of your emotions is one that I truly believe will impact your life in so many incredible ways. I've been able to start a business and really excel in a lot of that networking and business relationships and really developing that reputation comes down to communicating, how you communicate as well as act. But it starts with really truly identifying how you feel in any given moment. And I really think that it's important, and it's impacted my life in so many positive ways. And I hope that you get a lot out of this course, because Kristin has poured her heart and soul into this, and I'm excited to bring it to you. So thank you for listening, and I really appreciate your time and attention. Thanks.